Come in. Welcome. This is a big day for me being with you because I'm speaking more directly from my heart than I had before. I entered Toastmasters to overcome my fear of public speaking. One thing that has been difficult is to recognize the importance of the audience rather than focus on myself. We all endeavor to overcome our fears. I believe the tone is very important. Tone is so important to maintain a good tone. In the world, part of the reason I'm making this speech is because the tone people to one another has been kinder in certain respects, a softer tone. I pick up on that a little bit, and I'd like to perpetuate it, and it gave me pause to think about connecting with my own people here as an exercise for everybody as well. One thing that also brought this up, this thought of connection, has been an interview that I saw in an article online the other day. That was a very good interview to read about, and the questions were very, very good, about very human concerns. It made me think that this is a good basis for examining myself and examining the hearts of other people too, as a basis. And ultimately, I was telling Omar about my speech before I stood up here, and it's about overcoming a feeling of disconnection with the people I'm talking to. I feel like you are people like me. I realize that I'm overcoming an occurrence that happened during my birth, where I remember myself being held by the doctor, but he disappeared. And that has been a core thing of disconnection between me and the outside world, not knowing why he went away and what was wrong with me. One of the things that I need to know about people, that I need to know about you all before I even talk to you. I was a recluse, as I told Omar before I came here, of sorts. And to know these good questions about human nature, about your human nature, is good. And if I can know these about myself, then I can be confident that I can accept these answers from you all too, if I'm confident about my own self. The questions are, when were you happiest? When were you happiest? What is your greatest fear? And that is a big question to ask somebody, and something I wouldn't impose on somebody, but it is a very good basis for communication, and I believe that this kind of basis for communication must be for things to go further, a tone of understanding. So you have that as a reality, but you have when were you your happiest? What is your earliest memory? What would your superpower be? What do you most like about your appearance? What is your favorite word? What is your favorite smell? What is your favorite book? Who would you invite to your dream dinner party? How do you relax? What single thing would improve the quality of your life? I thought that these questions were very interesting as they were asked, and they are probably of interest to any human being on earth, these questions, these particular questions. And I believe the answers would not be that different from one person to the other in all actuality at the very core. This is how I want to think about you all, my audience, and I think it would be nice for everybody to think for themselves about how they feel and know that everybody has the same feelings, and to maintain a good tone when conversing about anything, to know that about yourself, to know that these feelings exist within others, these questions, and perpetuate that tone. When I say these questions, when were you happiest? What is your greatest fear? What is your earliest memory? What will your superpower be? What do you most like about your appearance? What's your favorite word? What's your favorite smell? What's your favorite book? And who would you invite to your dream party? How do you relax? That's an important one. What single thing would improve the quality of your life? And there's a most important one. Have you ever said, I love you, to yourself, and meant it? I believe with interest and attention to a willing heart, and everybody has a willing heart or they wouldn't be alive, is a certain peace in small pleasures. Because these are, by and large, positive questions, because of course, even the greatest fear, you want to know what your fears are in order to conquer them. The other ones are perhaps more positive in certain senses. But there are small pleasures to know about yourself and about others, because it means you can grow. And everybody has them. And do you disagree with me? If you disagree, I'd like to know. And if you can tell me if my tone could be improved and how it could be improved, I would certainly love to know, because I am in a learning process now of communicating with the world as never before. I'm communicating as never before with you all and with the world at large, and breaking through my comfort zones in huge ways that risk all by being myself. And one thing that precipitated this speech was that I communicated with Paul McCartney, among others, and among other very powerful, I see as powerful and important people, in the sense that they put themselves on the line, publicly speaking, as public officials, as leaders, that takes bravery and courage in everybody to do that. And I saw that, and I'm trying to communicate with them and be as fearless too. But you put yourself on the line, exposing it, flashing your ass, so to speak,